What's good, everybody? I'm back. It's your boy D Scott, Hardcore Casual MMA, and we back at it with the fight dramatics. Just came back in from a vacation, wasn't able to get any content out this week, so I'm back at it, back on the grind. And today we're gonna discuss or break down, should I say, the upcoming UFC Vancouver main event: Rene versus Brendan Allen. Coming in, we got Rene coming out of one championship. He had the belt, had the title in the middleweight division. Think also got the title in the light heavyweight division at one championship. Came into the UFC this year and has been on fire. His debut fought Kevin Holland, starched him, submitted him in the first round, easy dub. Um, got him up out of there. Came on his second fight and upset the surging contender prospect Bo Nickel. TKO'd him, knees melted Bo Nickel, got him up out of there, and believe it was like the second or third round. And his last fight took out the legend Robert Whitaker in a grueling 5-round fight. At one point, Dorita almost finished the fight, and at another point, Robert Whitaker almost finished the fight. But he toughed it out, showed that he belongs, showed that he should be at the top of the division, and is now fighting for what could be title contention. As we know, he was supposed to fight Anthony Hernandez, but he got hurt. That was a fight I would have loved to see. I know Hernandez is disappointed, but anyways, that's that. We got Brendan Allen, been in the UFC since 2019. I think his debut was also against Kevin Holland, and he won his debut against Kevin Holland, if I'm not mistaken, submitted him. You know that grappling's a weakness for Kevin Holland. And Brendan Allen took this fight short notice upon Anthony Hernandez's injury or whatnot, took the fight short notice, and now he has the possibility to maybe be fighting for a belt if he makes the most of this. But who knows, like Sean Brady was saying in his interview this week, the UFC it's an entertainment business, guys, and there are no number one contenders. Anything can happen, injuries, or they could just go with the fighter who's the most entertaining and may not be the most deserving, but they got the most motion. And that's how it goes. So Brendan Allen gets an opportunity. This could be a big opportunity for him. And the more and more I think about this fight, I'm starting to think it's closer than what I had first imagined. At first, I was just, heavy on Rene to, probably smoke Brendan Allen. It'd probably be a good fight. He may not smoke him, but um, the more and more I think about this fight, I'm kind of, you know, in the middle with it. I'm still a little bit maybe leaning towards Rene but both of these guys rest their hats on their great grappling ability. Although both Brendan Allen is good in the stand up, he has great boxing, leg kicks and combinations. He's good on the feet, carries a little bit of power. He doesn't have that one punch per se knockout power. Even though if he lands the right one, he could TKO somebody, but he's very good on the feet. But Brendan Allen loves to grapple. He loves to pressure with his grappling, go for takedowns and attempt submissions. And sometimes he's overzealous with his grappling. Instead of securing positions, he gets out of bounds and loses positions and loses his dominance by trying to go for submissions, and it loses him a lot of fights sometimes. And also, Brendan Allen's gas tank is not that great. That's one of his weaknesses, as we know. But Rene Dorita, on the other hand, also a very great grappler, and he's also good, decent on the feet with a Muay Thai background. Those knees he throws are devastating. He's tall and long and rangy. He has an awkward style. It's kind of hard to predict his strikes and things like that, but he can get it done on the feet as well, although he is great on the ground, great at grappling. So I could see this one turning into a grappling battle. And the thing about Rene Dorita though is his tenacity, how he never quite gives up and is never out of the fight. And I think that'll might be what edges the fight out for him in this fight with Brendan Allen. Although Brendan Allen does have a good chance to win this one. He really does. I would not count him out. Um let's see what the odds are on this fight, guys. Let's check that out. Okay, okay. Okay, like I thought, Rene Dorita minus 198 favorite over Brendan Allen. Not a big margin. So Rene Dorita is the favorite, not a heavily favorite. So fight could go either way, judging by the books. But yeah, I see Rene Dorita edging this one out. I see him getting a job done. Um, probably most likely end up being on the feet as well. He's got a good chin. He can take some damage, and they'll probably go back and forth. And I feel like Rene Dorita will probably weather the storm and end up finding the finish on Brendan Allen, either on the feet with those knees or a submission if he hurts Brendan Allen or gets him in the grappling. I don't foresee foresee them this fight ending early in the early rounds, just because of how good they are with their grappling, and they'll probably counter each other's tactics and submissions. And but later in the rounds, it's gonna come down to who wants it more, um, who's you know not willing to fold, and in a 5 round fight main event, I would I probably lean more towards the Ritter, although I've seen a lot more Brendan Allen, since the Ritter just came into the UFC this year. I feel from my inclinations and what I think that Rene Dorita will outlast Brendan Allen. But this fight could possibly go to a decision. But I just feel like uh the that gas tanks are gonna gonna weather on them, and I feel like that'll be the reason why this fight ends early. But yeah, that's my prediction on this fight. I'm going with Rene Dorita. Um, I say third or fourth round finish. Uh, we'll go with TKO. Fourth round TKO. That's what I'm gonna go with for definite. But This fight definitely could go to decision, and Brendan Allen definitely could win this fight. And after this, we're gonna see who's gonna fight for the title against Hamza Shamayev. I feel like regardless, depending on this performance right now, it's looking like Imavov. But depending on his performance, I don't know. I don't think they'll give Brendan Allen a title shot if he wins. They could, they may have promised him a title shot for filling in, and then they would have to honor it. But we'll see. I would really like to see. Um, I would like to see Dorita and Imavov fight for the title, but they put in enough work, and both of them pretty much deserve it. So that kind of wouldn't be fair, but I'd like to see that. But guys, that's it. D Scott, I'm signing out. Hardcore Casual MMA. Like, share, subscribe, get those likes up. Feel free to comment, say whatever you want. I don't care, you know. And that's that. We out until the next one. Peace.